Students have returned to the classroom at this Pennsylvania elementary school, but some things will never be the same.
March 13th changed everything. When we close the school doors, it changes everything.
Nowhere is that more apparent than what happened to 9-year-old Ava Lerario. The third grader was killed by her father, Mark Lerario, 6 weeks after school shut down around the country due to the pandemic. He also killed her mother, Ashley Belson, before turning the gun on himself at their family home. He spared her 2 brothers.
I don't know how you can go upstairs and kill you see a little girl in bed and you shot her. Like, I just don't understand.
When we found out, when it was confirmed that it was Ava's house, I broke the news to my daughter because my daughter went to school with her and was good friends with her.
Ava's death underscores the important role that schools play in child welfare and reveals an emerging collateral toll from the pandemic.
We're also going to be closing all public schools.
Public schools will be closed.
Will be closed.
School personnel are the top reporters of child abuse nationally. With schools closed last spring, an Associated Press analysis of state data shows that there were at least 400,000 fewer reports from teachers and other reporters, and 200,000 fewer investigations. The AP also found that child deaths increased in a number of states from Maryland to Arizona.
So what we're concerned about with this pandemic is if fatalities and near fatalities have increased, what is the nature of those fatalities? What exactly contributed to it? Are these situations of neglect, or is this an increase in physical abuse?
Ava's death was one of 105 child fatalities investigated for child abuse in Pennsylvania in 2020, 11 more than the previous year. Her family was already on the radar of police and child protective services. Mark Lerario had long struggled with mental health issues and had several assault charges for domestic violence, including out-of-state arrest warrants that local police didn't know about. In 2019, CPS investigated abuse allegations for the youngest son, but was unaware of Lerario's violent past or that there were guns in the home.
I believe that this gentleman was broken, if you want to use that word, by the pressure of the pandemic.
No one knew how much further the family had spiraled until it was too late. A fatality report noted that Ava had gone to school officials in the past for help, and if she were in school, that may have continued.
A lot of what children disclose is based on relationships with teachers. What the pandemic did was change that. You know, there wasn't that face-to-face relationship.
What happens when we don't have mandated reporters in front of children? It reminds us that we need another way to support and reach these families. And that's become critical.
She was sweet, she had glasses, she was kind.
Kacie Thompson is still processing her friend's death.
I don't try to think about it because every time I think about it, I feel sad and I just start crying.
Patti Burt doesn't know if it was the pandemic that was the driving force behind her daughter and granddaughter's deaths. All she knows is the pain left behind by Ava's absence.
Just a sweet soul. She really was.
David Martin, The Associated Press.